Not the whole truth. First published in February 1963. The foreword has been written by Field Marshal Muhammad AYUB Khan. President House, Rawalpindi, 26 March 1962. Forward. In our judicial system, the function of the judge is to search for truth, while the duty of telling the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth is assigned to the rest of the world. In these rules are reversed. If these rules are reversed, and for a chance a judge like Mr. M.R. KAYANI takes it upon himself to tell the truth, contrary to his professional obligation for looking for it, the result is what you find in the pages of this book. These are entertaining essays and make delightful reading, but if at places they tell something more or less than the whole truth and nothing but the truth, the fault, as always, is not of the judges, but indeed of the witness. It is often said that our legal system facilitates dispensation of law rather than justice. But in these pages, at least, Mr. KAYANI has proved an exception which is necessary for the life of every rule. He has cleverly winks over the law and done more than justice to the themes of his choice. I have enjoyed reading these articles, and even where I don't find myself in the agreement with the views of Mr. Justice KAYANI, I am all for defending his right to express them freely. Field Marshal Muhammad AYUB Khan, 26 March 1962. Introduction. This introduction is being written a second time, the first having been stolen or lost. If it is different from the first, which was very nice one, I apologize for the fault of the memory. What I still remember saying is that these speeches were not written with any special purpose, but that as I wrote them, a purpose gathered around them. If the occasion was a convocation of students, something had to be said about studies and how good it was to be good student. But other things which seemed more purposeful came by association of ideas. As most of these speeches were made during the martial law regime, and a living person cannot ignore his surroundings. Light references were made occasionally to contemporary events, more to amuse than to admonish. A person in high office told me that no one minded what I said, because my intention was never in doubt. By and by, however, it became evident that my frankness was misinterpreted in some quarters, and it did appear odd to some people that I should say things at a time when others could say nothing. But although that was not my fault, the fault of one man commission became more pronounced by the fault of other people omission. However, since it was never my intention to any or injure, I dissuaded myself from the all references to administrative humor, and that is my apology to those who had told me that after a certain stage my speeches show evidence of a slight asymptomatic suffocation. These misunderstandings led me to request the President of Pakistan to be pleased to write a foreword, and you will see that he has done so. What is more, the foreword has shared the spirit of the speeches. This has converted many doubting Thomases into true believers. The gratitude which I express here is a latent in the hearts of those whose anxiety is a part of the intellectual assets of the country. My manager, Mr. Iftikhar Ahmad Khan, is responsible for every detail of the book except the authorship. He also persuaded Principal Sirajuddin to go through the proofs, the commas and full stops, and I told him on the telephone in the manner of established authors that my thanks are due to him also. The first him referred to Mr. Iftikhar Ahmad Khan, the second to Principal Sirajuddin. The artist Mrs. Musarrat Shaukat Ali has had her patents tried by having to do the picture over and over again. I understand that the caricatures are not in her line, and that is perhaps why her donkey looks more intelligent than ordinary donkeys. It appeared to me more like a goat, but she confesses that she has seen only one donkey in real life. I hope it was not in her own house. It might have taken longer to bring out this book except through a cooperative effort. I refer to the Pakistan Writers Cooperative Society, which has been formed to undertake generally the publication of standard literary work such as you see before your eyes, and particularly to promote the literary cultural and economic interests of its members. In due course, it will have its own publishing house, a printing press, and a bookshop, perhaps ties also for more serious minds. This is the first venture of the society, and it will soon be followed by others. Originally, this book was intended to be named A Judge May Laugh. After the President had been pleased to write the foreword, it seemed proper to say not the whole truth. The second volume will perhaps be named Some More Truth, M.R. KAYANI.